return. We have with us tonight Mel Brooks. We have Bob Roseski, Susan Blakely, and Holly Lipton.
Yeah.
What do you have lying here? Is this your grocery list or something?
No. I just have the list of the schools that are competing tomorrow in the third annual 72-hour Great Canoe Race. I'm the official starter. USC, the Trojans, are the defending champs. Competition is from UCLA, San Diego State, and Cal State and Long Beach.
And
they are after the... What?
What is the Great Canoe
They have
Race?
It's at Busch Gardens. They're on the lakes of Busch Gardens. They go for 72 hours. They have relay teams, and they're going after the very coveted Piddling Paddle Award.
Are you going to be there as an official starter?
I will be there. I'm the official starter tomorrow. I know what you... In these troubled times, it's nice to know that a group of young people are going after a piddling paddle.
Do they get to throw you in the lake if they win?
I don't think there's any need to suggest that.
All righty. Here is an article from Glamour magazine.
Yes.
You know you have rights as a shopper? According to Glamour magazine, if you go to a store and buy something, you have, according to Glamour, certain rights as a customer.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's what they said here. For example, don't be afraid to complain about reduced merchandise, it says. May be tired looking, but it's supposed to wear well and not be damaged and so forth and so on. Some stores will pay the difference if you buy something from them, then find the competitor charges less. Did you know that?
No.
If you go to a store and buy something, you go back to the store and say, I saw it over at so-and-so, usually they will give it to you for that price. You should do that.
Good to know.
For returns, expect cash if you paid cash and have a receipt. Credit if you lost the receipt or charged the purchase. Were you aware of that?
No.
That's your right. As to advertisements, if a garment is mistakenly advertised at the wrong price, and it's not a gross misprint like $1.98 for a $198 coat, you may be able to demand the price if you refer to the ad. Now, if something is $27.50, I suppose, and it's supposed to be what?
Carry the ad with you, yeah.
Carry it with you?
Right.
And they go through a whole long list here.
That's in Glamour magazine?
That's in Glamour magazine.
love
Your
that.
rights as a shopper.
You know, when Glamour...
They're not strictly legal, but they are rights that you should have.
When
as a
Glamour
shopper.
reduced its size, you know, remember it was a larger magazine.
Yes, it was at one
came
time.
down to a smaller size. What was nice about it, it didn't reduce the amount of information you'd get in a given story. I like that. I mean, even though it's kind of a condensed version, everything you'd want to hear about that particular subject is in that particular article.
That's wrong, Wombat Breath.
There's more?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Those are good. Those are good.
But there's others.
Those were your rights during normal times.
Right.
But as you know, we are in a recession now.
That's right.
Or
You have extra rights during recession period.
well, you've got new rights.
Oh,
And
how many
here-
pages do we have?
We'll find out. You do have the right to do comparison shoplifting. That's right. If you're caught, you have the right to remain noisy. Well, that's all right. That's all right.
Yes.
If a supermarket clerk stamps a higher new price on any item in your basket, you have the right to stamp his face with your shopping cart. Right. You have the right to demand a refund when your new underwear shrinks so bad it causes your voice to shatter glass. In a clothing store, if you see a sign that says we are not responsible for clothes left in this room, you have the right to gather up an armful and go home. Saying, since you're not responsible for these clothes, I am. That's an inalienable new right.
How many pages are there?
What?
How many
Well,
pages?
it's going to be slimmed down here. In a supermarket, you have the right to return meat that still has fur on it. Normally, you should never shop for food while you're hungry. In a recession, you have the right to start out hungry and then eat your way to the checkout stand. A recession, Charlie. You have the right to say, hey, cut that out. If a tailor takes more than 40 minutes to chalk your inseams. That is a right. Hey, don't do that.
You're starting to talk like Mel Brooks.
I know. If you buy a used car and the brakes give out on the freeway, the only rights you have are the last rights, as you know. And when you're through shopping and realize you have $1.40 to your name, you have the right to go over to Elliot Janeway's house and slap him around for half an hour. Did you know that? And give him... Those are just some of the rights, and I don't know why this is given to you.
I think I was right when I said that Glamour magazine...
We just dump everything off the...
Glamour magazine did cover everything in that
They
article.
covered it better than I thought they did. But we give it a shot. We have with us tonight Mel Brooks, who will come out here in a moment and try to explain what we're doing out here. And, yeah, he's been on the cover of everything lately. He was in Newsweek magazine, Time magazine. He has a whole interview in Playboy magazine. And he is here tonight, along with Susan Blakely and Holly Lipton and Bob Rosevsky. And we'll return in just a moment. Hello there.